Hi, you're back with English Coach. Good to see you today and thank you for being here. As you can see, my channel doesn't have a lot of great effects, okay? So basically the only thing that I'm using on this channel is myself, my wall, and my voice, okay? So you can see my body language, you can see my wall, and you can hear my voice. That's all there is. But I do hope to give you the best in content, and I do hope to give you the best in reflections. So today's video is about mistakes. And my first question for you is, what is a mistake? Now, if you find that question easy to respond to, I would be surprised. If you say something like, oh, a mistake is an error, or when something goes wrong, you're not actually defining it. All you're doing is giving me a synonym. Because a mistake is something else. A mistake is something very different from that. Okay? So some of the positive language that I have learned to use this week regarding mistakes is mistakes are opportunities for us to learn and grow, which is great. I don't know if that's completely true. It's a nice perspective. In fact, that could be another definition of mistake. A perspective or a point of view. Okay? The very most common, perhaps, definition for the word mistake is a broken expectation. When you break an expectation, or one of your expectations is not fulfilled, and from that you extract disappointment, negative energy, frustration, anxiety, things that don't really contribute anything good to you. You see what I mean? So a mistake, if we were to define it the correct way, would be somewhere between an opportunity and a point of view. Now, a lot of people would say that's maybe a romantic way of looking at it. But if we look at it in the black and white way, you can often understand that there is more to a mistake than just the error. And often the mistake continues. When I say that, I'll give you an example. There was a lawyer, a very famous lawyer, a very well-spoken lawyer, who was doing a great job in one of his court cases. And as he was in court, he was arguing with the defendant and using certain language that he wanted to use to be able to bring out some kind of evidence, some kind of sign that the guy was guilty. Now, through these arguments, he wasn't able to do it. He wasn't able to express himself to the degree that he provoked some kind of mistake of the defendant and some kind of maybe reaction that could make this guy guilty. Anyway, in the process, he got very disappointed. So he went home. He was beside himself, very upset. Began drinking. On about his fifth whiskey, decided that he would like to go to the shops and get some more whiskey, as it was the last of his bottle. So he got into his car. 2 blocks down the road, the police stop him. And they say, please, show us your license. And as he went to get his license, the police could smell the alcohol. And they said, sir, could you step out of the car? As he stepped out of the car, the policeman gave him the alcohol tester, the machine to blow into, and it showed that his alcohol was way past. And he went directly to jail that night. Now, the most tragic thing about this is that this lawyer won the case. He won the case. The defendant on trial went to jail. The people who were paying the lawyer were very happy with him, but he wasn't happy with his result, with his performance. And he made that mean several things. That the mistake was a part of him and not a part of his evolution. That the mistake meant that he was not good enough and won't be good enough in the future. And that nothing is worth focusing on. And that it is fine to just give up. And with this attitude, from this mistake, he did himself some real damage. Now, I have countless stories like this to share with you, but I don't have so much time today. So I'd like you to take into context that a mistake is something that you must learn to love and accept, and not to hate, and not to try to forget about. So see it as a step, see it as an opportunity, but never see it as a reason to be disappointed, because mistakes are so important. They are so great. Each one of them is like a little improvement, so long as we are aware and so long as we know what went wrong. Okay? Thank you for listening today. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. See you next time on English Coach. Thanks.